Hey Transformers fans, Adam here back with another Transformers review. And this is my first review of a Studio Series Transformer, Starscream. The Decepticons' second in command, always scheming to become the new leader, and for a brief moment in the 86 animated movie, he actually succeeded, hence him sitting on his throne here. But it didn't last too long after an encounter with Galvatron. But anyway, let's take a look at him. Set the throne aside here. So the articulation, the movement, it is amazing compared to the G1 Transformers. Pretty much full range of motion in the legs and arms here. Let's go ahead and point those lasers so we can blast some Autobots or Megatron, depending on his mood of the moment. Got some good movement in the head here. Twist it around. Make him nod. And he comes with accessories from his coronation as the Decepticons' new leader, however brief that it might have been. So first up, some shoulder pads here. First, we'll take off the lasers. Next, got some notches here. So first, we'll bring them down. And he clips right into his shoulder here. And again, bring down the notch. And clip it right in. Next up is another little notch right here. Bring that down. And you can clip in another laser. Yeah. And next one. Bring down a notch, and laser goes in. Next up, turn him around. Lift the cone up here for just a sec so that we can clip in his cape. Just clips right into his back here. All right, cone back down. And finally, his crown. Even though Megatron never needed a crown, but Starscream's a little more fragile, I guess. And there he is, the Decepticons' new leader, very, very briefly. You can extend out the cape a little bit here. Let it wave in the wind. All right, let's go ahead and get it back to normal mode. So, all right, got him back in his normal mode here, so now we can go ahead and transform him. So first, we take off his lasers here. Set those aside for now. Next up, move his arms out like that, and then his wrist. So this piece comes up like so, and then the arm just goes in like this. Click that into place. Wrist goes back down, and his fist goes all the way up. Same with the other side here. So wrist piece up, arm in, wrist piece back, and fist back. Move those back down for now. Next up, the cone here. We bring that up all the way and over his head. And click that into place. Next up, we open up the chest piece here. And move this back so that we can bring the cone up and swing it around. And back up all the way. And click it into place here. And then move in his arms. And close up the chest piece. Next up, his knees. We open these up like so. And then we can click his legs together here. Go ahead and lift up his belt so that the legs can come in. Like that. Go ahead and lift the knees back up. Belt back down. Click these into place here. There we go. Next up, his feet. Just go ahead and clip these together like so. And then this piece. Go ahead and move it up. And click that into place. And same with the other one. Up. And it clicks into place here. Make sure the legs stay together. And then this piece comes down, same with the other one. And finally, the wings. Just go ahead and rotate them and click them into place. And same with the other one. And then finally, we reattach the lasers at the bottom of the wings. And there he is in full jet mode, ready to blast some Autobots from the air. And the detail, as you can see, it is amazing. And I love with the Studio Series, no stickers, it's all paint. A little awkward on the other side here. Got that weird hole you can stick your finger in. Small sacrifice. But anyway, let's go ahead and transform them back. So, take up the lasers again. Next step, the wings. Go ahead and rotate them back. Whoop. Make sure they stay on. You can detach them, but there's really no need to. Yep, stay on there. There we go. Next up, raise up the belt. Bring down the knees. And we can bring the legs back. Swing these pieces back around. Bring his feet out. Bring the knees back up. Make sure this little notch clicks into place here. All right. Bring the belt back down. Next, we open the chest plate again. Swing his arms back out. And the cone. Unclip from the back here. Swing it around. And close up the chest. Whoop. First, we dip that back down all the way. Then close up the chest. Bring that cone back. And then fully open his arms again. So fist out there. Wrist piece open. Extend his arm out. Close up the wrist piece and bring the fist down. Same with the other side. And finally, reattach his lasers. And there he is, back to robot mode. I'll tell you, the Studio Series, it is amazing. So much more articulate compared to the G1 versions. Can't wait to get my next ones. I got plenty more on the way, don't worry. There'll be some in my next robot reviews. And that'll about wrap it up for this video. Join me again for the next one. Until then, take care, Transformers fans. Hey, Transformers fans. Adam here, back for another Transformers review. And today, I'll be reviewing a Studio Series, Rumble. Let's get into it. So let's get a close-up here because this is one tiny robot. But as you can see, the detail in the front here is amazing. Pretty much exactly what we saw in the G1 animated series. Turn them around though, kind of a different story. Between these gaps and exposed ball joints, this is kind of an eyesore. But that's the sacrifice I had to make to get the posability, I guess. And the posability is incredible, as I've come to expect from the Studio Series. But before we get into that, let's talk about the pile drivers here. The one thing that G1 Rumble did not have. Unfortunately, no, they do not move. They are kind of stuck in place. That is a little disappointing. But thanks to this posability, you can kind of position them just like this, set them down, and then move them back and forth to create your own earthquakes. Boom, 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 boom. But anyway, to take them off and have it just as regular arms and hands, unclip them like so. And then you just swing out his hands here. All right, and then getting back to posability, pretty much the only thing you can't pose on him are his elbows. Those are kind of stuck in place. But everything else is basically fair game. Got some movement in his wrists here, as you just saw. Mainly that is just for transforming, but still, something. Full range in his shoulders here. Same thing with the legs, and the knees, and even his feet. Again, maybe that's just for transforming, but still, something. And then he does have some accessories. In his back here, he got some lasers. And he just clipped them right into his forearm here. And now he's ready to blast some Autobots. All right, let's take that off and put that back into his back here. And for a comparison, let's get G1 Rumble out here, aka G1 Frenzy. Yeah, I covered that whole Rumble Frenzy Who is Who debate in my G1 Rumble and Frenzy review. Check that out in my channel. But for comparison, looks like G1 Rumble here is noticeably taller. And as far as aesthetics go, I kind of have to give him the edge just because of the back here. Yeah, it's just a little unsightly. But again, as far as posing and movement goes, there is no comparison. It's Studio Series for the win. Let's see how they compare cassette mode. So let's go ahead and transform them. Start by taking off his lasers here. Next, twist around his head. And then bring that down just like that. And then just like before, we swing in his hands here. Go ahead and move his arms up. Next up, we bring up his feet here. And then twist his legs around. Move up his legs just like that. And then drop down his arms. And make sure everything clicks into place. And yeah, there he is as a cassette. A little unsightly here again. Make sure everything stays clicked together. There we go. All right, for comparison, let's go ahead and get G1 Rumble out here again. And here is G1 Rumble back. And yeah, for simply sights and aesthetics, I have to give the edge to the OG here. G1 Rumble / G1 Frenzy for the win. But again, when it comes to posability, there's just no comparison. Go Studio Series. But anyway, let's go ahead and transform him back. So start by bringing back up his arms here. Bring down his legs. Twist him back around. Bring down his feet. Bring down his arms. Swing out his hands. And then raise up his head, twist it around, and clip back in his lasers. So 1, and 2. And there we go, Studio Series Rumble here. Again, if you're just looking for aesthetics, I gotta give the edge to the OG. But for posability, there's just no comparison. Gotta go with the Studio Series on this one. But that'll about wrap it up for this video. Join me again for the next one. Until then, take care, Transformers fans.